Seahawks seemed like they put up a fight. As soon as the second half came, they kind of like went away from separating themselves from the Seahawks. But what was your thoughts watching the game?
My thoughts watching the game that, of course, when you go into a game, especially when you're playing a division rivalry, you're going to get their best shot. And that's what San Francisco did. They got Seattle best shot early in the game on a Kenneth Walker touchdown run and a DK Metcalf 50-yard touchdown pass, which is he burnt Shatavius Ward down the sideline. Hell of a throw, hell of a play. But then again, second half, the turnovers happen, and Christian McCaffrey is rejuvenated. He is back to the old Christian McCaffrey that he was in Carolina, which shows you that he was relied upon too much. He was burnt out, used too much. And you also got Elijah Mitchell. You also got Elijah Mitchell, who's a 900-yard back last year, to take some of that pressure off Christian McCaffrey. He is so versatile. You don't know if he's going to run the ball or go out for a pass or line up as a receiver. And Deebo Samuel played a hell of a game, but that defense of Bosa and my boy, I keep forgetting my boy's name, but he did play for the Houston Texans, number 94, caused a big fumble almost in the red zone. That was the turning point of the game. The fumble was the turning point of the game when the Seahawks was driving that Bosa picked up. They end up scoring on that previous drive, and Deebo Samuel with the nail in the coffin with the 74-yard touchdown pass. But
you talking about Charles Omenihu?
Yeah, Charles Omenihu. Yep, that was the guy that the Texans traded to San Francisco. That was the fumble that he caused that Bosa laid up on. But other than that, got to give Brock Purdy his credit. Like I said, I said he was garbage. I said he was garbage because he wasn't Iowa State. But coming to the NFL, man, this man, I don't know how you take this man about the lineup if Jimmy Garoppolo is healthy. I don't know how you do it. You got guys out here saying the guy was wide open. Okay, Trevor Lawrence had guys wide open. You give him more praise than you give Brock Purdy. The receivers can't get the ball to themselves. We got to stop all that. Just get a man credit where credit due. The man played well. Didn't turn the ball over that much, making smart decisions. Regardless of his receivers open, he's getting the ball to the receivers. Trevor Lawrence, Christian Kirk was wide open on that touchdown pass. He hit him right down. It was praise for him. So give Brock Purdy. We got to give Brock Purdy the same energy. But like I say, man, give credit, give respect to Brock Purdy. He's doing well. He's doing well. Give him his flowers while he's doing well. All of a sudden, he somehow wets the bed against someone like the Eagles. Now you're going to say Brock Purdy stinks. Just give him his flowers while he's leading this team to victories and while his defense is out there forcing turnovers. A hell of a game plan by Shanahan and a hell of a defensive performance in the second half by the 49ers.
Yeah, I think this is the outside of his rookie year. We're talking about Christian McCaffrey. This is his second year where he's had less production than the rest of his years out there, like statistically. So, kudos to Kyle Shanahan using him the right way because he is a glass house for sure. And maybe he might got to, this is who do you give comeback player of the year to? Do you give it to Christian McCaffrey or do you give it to Saquon?
What about Geno?
Geno Smith too, but like, that's the other thing.
I will most likely lean towards Christian McCaffrey. I mean, not Christian McCaffrey, but Saquon. I will lean towards Saquon coming off the injuries that he had. I will lean towards him, but they all deserving of it. Geno is deserving of it. Christian deserving of it, but I would give to Saquon based off the injuries that he's had. That he had to come back for and have a phenomenal season. Hey, many people don't come back off those type of injuries.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we could talk about that on a later day, but like the comeback player of the year is like, what do you really? Is it somebody that had? If you look at Geno's situation, somebody who hasn't had a good years at all, and then had a fantastic year. Or do you give it to somebody that's constantly had injuries? Christian McCaffrey and Saquon, you could throw them in there. Brandon Graham tore his Achilles with 10 plus sacks.
And he's rotational as well. That's something that you got to also look at.
So it's like, who do you really give it to? I don't know. This is a tough year. I mean, it's a toss up. Like, to me, any four of these guys are deserving of it. And then, with Christian McCaffrey to get traded to another team and still do well. So he'd have proved himself on 2 different teams this year. I don't know. Christian McCaffrey might have my vote because I was definitely not picking that dude up in fantasy the last 2 years. I told my wife to stay away from him, and she won the league the last 2 years. So it is what it is.
Getting away with it.
But Sor, what's your thoughts on this game?
I mean, again, it was a tough first half. You saw the Seahawks with like less than 10 seconds left, able to get into field goal position. Granted, off of a dumb late hit, which put him in said field goal position, but they were able to do that. They took the lead going into the half. You saw it was quick, constant 3-and-out, 3-and-out, 3-and-out for the Seahawks offense. They would constantly get in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 situations and just not be able to convert. And then they kind of changed that. So going into the half, you're thinking, this could be a competitive game. And it was. But again, once that fumble happened, you just saw all the momentum get taken away from underneath Seattle's feet, and the 49ers just run away with it, no pun intended. I mean, again, it was a very good game, but you also were able to see a lot of weaknesses in this 49ers team. And again, that secondary, something that if you are the 49ers faithful, you got to kind of worry about a little bit.
Yep. Manny, go ahead and elaborate on that
later. I already see Manny like rubbing his hands. He's excited.
You got the Birdman hand rub right now.
I'm not a big fan of the Niners fans, so obviously, they had a good game, of course, in that second half. But like Sora said, there was times in that first half where their secondary was getting exposed. I feel like, to be honest, DeMeco Ryans, he knows he has some dogs in that secondary, but he knows he has some corners that could definitely get baked in that secondary. And if that front seven doesn't get there, like most of the time, it's gonna be a bad day for the Niners. So, they won the game. That's great and all, but I don't know, bro. I just don't trust them against us. But Brock Purdy, you can't say nothing about him. I see people on Twitter saying that he had wide open guys. As a quarterback, are you not supposed to throw the football right to your receivers, your tight ends, and even your running backs on checkdowns? Like, are you not supposed to do that? Or do you not get paid to play the position you play, to do the things that you're supposed to do and asked to do? I mean, that's what they drafted him for. I mean, he was Mr. Irrelevant. He's not even supposed to be in this position. It's just that he was thrown in the fire because, Jimmy G, Trey Lance got hurt, and he's playing out of his mind, bro. And I agree with Coach, man. I said the same thing last year at Iowa State. He was not a good player at Iowa State, but now he's in the pros and he's balling, bro. And you can't be mad at him. You can't hate him. You just have to give him his credit where it's due, bro. If he takes this team to the Super Bowl and wins, man, give him Brady vibes, low key.
You gonna have some people fuming on Twitter.
Hey, I think this is a moral victory for the Seahawks, though, because you guys did see that long bomb Geno threw to DK Metcalf. Like, they still got firepower on this team, and they still fight. Kenneth Walker was having himself a day. I think the biggest question mark is still around that defense. Can they really put it together with a young core and Kobe Bryant and Tariq Woolen and
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie.
Michael Jackson, and then they also, I would love to see, what's his name out from Minnesota, really start to step up too.
Boye Mafe.
Boye Mafe. I was a big fan of his coming out. So I think with the right coaching staff, and they're probably going to make some changes just to make sure that this team is good. Yeah. But I still think they got a secret weapon that I think they're just molding in the back. If Geno don't have a good year, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm gonna call it here first. Maybe Drew Lock may be that guy. If somebody decides, I'm telling you, bro.
I like Drew Lock.
Pete Carroll's a wizard.
But I like Drew Lock. I think he has talent. It's just that I feel like he's too risky. I don't know. I feel like he won't make too many right decisions, and that's gonna cost him.
I mean, it is what it is. Draft the cocaine. What up, bro? He said Lions would have beat a couple teams this weekend, I believe. Yep.
They probably would have.
They probably could have. If they were in AFC, they could have beat the Bills this week.
They would have beat the Vikings. I know that.
They would have beat the Vikings. They probably would have beat the Bengals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. That's if they switch divisions.